everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much. We have actually been successful in hitting the subscribers. The subscribers have been increasing slowly but surely. And I'm so grateful to every last one of you. And thank you so much for your consistent support. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But we want to continue to hit the notification bell and the like button and share this with others so that my subscribers can continue to increase. All right, welcome back. Today I have with me Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Right? And Mr. Wright has, since he's been here, he has established a cement block factory. And it seems to be going well. And I wanted to take this opportunity for those that are interested in purchasing blocks. And these blocks are a little bit different from the Ghanaian blocks. It's sort of blocks that we're used to. But I want him to go ahead and explain his business, and I'll ask him some questions throughout the process. But I will let him go ahead and introduce himself again and tell us where he's from and how did he become so interested in Ghana. Please, go ahead.
Welcome, Audrey, and really nice meeting you. And I would call it, I'm fresh in Ghana.
Right. How fresh?
Just over a year.
Wow.
Since I've returned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, have you been to Ghana before?
Yes, I traveled here 2020, and I felt a vibes, and I came back 2021 to make sure that the vibes was real. Yeah. And the rest is history. I did early retirement and, living in the U.S. for almost 30 years and came here to Ghana.
And you're originally from?
I'm Jamaican.
Born.
Hanoverian.
Hanoverian?
Yes.
My mother is from that area.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with the web.
No, what area?
Savlamar. Well, actually, in between. Mommy says Chichester. She said Chichester, Ramble.
Okay, Ramble area. Okay. That's the east side of Hanover.
That's the east side. Okay.
So I'm from the west side.
Ah, nice.
Closer to Green Island, Negril, in that area.
Okay.
So I went to the U.S. after serving the force, the Jamaica Constabulary, for 17 years.
You're an adult, so you...
Yes.
Okay, and what were you doing in the States when you moved to the States?
Well, I got into air conditioning and refrigeration. And
building or just installing?
Well, how should I put it? Well, I'd say everything.
Everything.
As it relates to that. Because I got with a manufacturing company, and I was their field service specialist.
Okay.
But, it did well for me. I didn't really, that wasn't what I went there for, but it just worked out.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's one of those things where, almost like you get thrown into something.
Yes.
You go curious.
Yes.
Because you never really done it before. And then all of a sudden it becomes something that you really appreciate the experience.
Right.
So it went well for you.
Yes, it went well. So I'm basically a Pan-Africanist from way back in Jamaica. I always, in tune to the happenings here. And I was privileged to travel to Africa for the first time in 89.
Wow.
Spent almost a year in Namibia through their independence. Really? Yes.
Now, so, was this for work or leisure?
No, work related. I was on loan to the UN from the government. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yes. So.
That must have been an interesting experience.
Very, very interesting.
That's another interview.
And from that, I was just now. Well, Africa became embedded in my soul.
You felt like this was a good...
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good enough experience for you to want to make it your future home.
I tell you what, a bunch of us who went, on the mission, we always say, man, seem like Africa is the place to migrate to,
Right.
rather than to the U.S. and UK and Canada, because you feel at home with your people, and as against other places where you have to be standing up for yourself and that sort of thing. And it was one of those things that my experience living there, it sort of helped me to make a decision to come back here, because you really never felt at home
Right.
in the U.S.
Right. That is very true, and
Yes.
and a lot of times people don't realize and understand that when we come to, or when we migrate to Africa, Jamaica, Panama, Mexico, wherever we decide to go to, that we are trying to get away from a condition that does not prescribe to our
Yes.
our chemistry. Put it like this: our body language, our
Yes.
mindset, our heart,
Or spiritual
our
being.
spiritual being.
Yes.
And so this is why we leave. We've had opportunities, yes.
Yes.
We've been able to make some money, yes. But sometimes,
but
was it worth
it's not alone.
the stress,
Yes.
the heartache, the frustration that we have received, and the constant eyes
Yes.
on us, in a sense where we don't feel comfortable?
Yes.
We've
Like
managed.
a typical example is, you live in the U.S., I mean in Jamaica, and you're so accommodating to everyone,
Right.
and then you go to the U.S. and you may end up going to a building and travel in the elevator, and some people will walk out of the elevator when you
Yeah,
stepped
just by
in.
the time you walk in, everybody
Yes.
walk out to the elevator.
And I said, what the heck? So, those were side issues that I tried to overcome, and just, drink whatever I can drink
Right.
to nourish my body,
Right.
until I can get away.
Right.
Yeah. So, after deciding to retire early, and I came here and experienced this, feel, I just say this is where I ought to be, and something about Cape Coast that just grabs me, that I don't understand it, and then until I actually came here and got adopted by some family, who they looked at me and said, you look like our family, because
That's
this
wild.
gentleman,
The
he,
features, the
yes,
facial features of
yeah,
the
he said,
mannerism.
man, you're my brother.
Wow, that's
And
nice.
I end up going to the palace that is on a marble. I end up going to the palace and was sort of given a brief history of the people that live on a marble. They basically went straight to Jamaica.
Wow.
They went straight to Jamaica, and they never
That's a part of
returned.
our history, isn't
Yes, never returned, and I was given a name of one of those ancestors who actually departed
it? Wow,
and never returned. Yes.
that's fantastic.
So my Ghanaian name is Kofi.
Kofi,
Yes.
okay.
And I can't remember the last name.
I know.
I know it, but I don't want to make an error saying it.
Listen, I was given a name last year, or mid last year. I was given a name. I actually went to Uncle Ben. Remember, you and I spoke about Uncle Ben?
Yes,
All the way up in I can't remember the name. Anyway, I met with Uncle Ben, and he actually gave me my name.
Okay.
He said,
I think that is Efutu.
and not Efutu.
His place is close to Efutu.
It is close
right?
to Efutu.
Yes,
Yeah.
right there.
But it starts
the
with
hill.
a P. Something.
Oh,
Anyway.
no, not Efutu, sorry. Putubu. Putubu, yes.
Thank
Putubu.
you. Thank
yes.
you. That is it. So so I visited him, did an interview with him, and he actually gave me my last name. And it's not something that I use on a regular basis, but I have it written in my phone.
Yes, I have it. I have mine too.
Right?
I know it's Adenkuma, but there is some
There's some other
variation there.
and it's so you appreciate it so much that you wish you had were able to know and
Yes,
understand
because
our
I,
history and where
right.
we
For
came
me,
from.
I did my
Ancestry.
DNA profile, and the percentage of European in my blood. I don't really appreciate it.
You have to question yourself, like, wait a
Yeah,
second, but then you realize,
I don't
okay,
really appreciate it, but
yeah,
it is what it is. I have
it
to just
is.
recognize it. But I'm not happy with it. But
Right.
it is, and I don't let it stress.
Right.
I don't let it stress me.
Right. Probably put it on the top of your collar a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a little bit better. Yeah. All right. Sorry, guys, for the ruffling. But yeah, it is.
Yes.
It is such a good feeling when somebody says, "This is your name," and you run with it.
Yes.
Because it feels good to know that, okay, you know what, now I have an African name.
Yes.
I know what it means. It kind of fits my character,
That's
and I
true.
like it. So
That's true.
moving forward, I tried, if I'm going to be doing anything, I'll probably use all my names.
Yes.
Like to incorporate my Ghanaian name with my
Okay.
Jamaican
Traditional.
given name,
Okay.
my traditional name,
Uh-huh.
whatever that is.
Yeah.
All right, let's move forward. So you came here and you decided that you wanted to do your own business,
Well, actually, I wanted to do something,
but you wasn't sure.
but I wasn't sure what it was because I said I want to be on the ground first to make that decision.
Right.
And I tell you, there are so many opportunities here
Glad
that
said
you just have to come, and then you say, all right, this is what I want to get into.
Right.
After you do your feasibility studies based on it,
Yes.
experience and so forth.
Absolutely.
And I bought lands over here for my resident agenda, yes. And I was looking around for the blocks that we're used
We're
to.
accustomed to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could not find any.
Yeah,
And
they don't sell them here.
and I said, if I'm gonna build my house, I really want it to be a permanent structure. And with I always say this, with the change in the whole heat,
Right. The climate
temperature,
change, the
climate
weather,
change, the
everything
weather pattern, everything changing. You just don't know what tomorrow gonna bring.
Absolutely.
So it is better to be safe than sorry.
And we
So
know these type of blocks have worked well for us
yes,
in Jamaica.
exactly,
Right?
and the U.S. too, because I'm used right now. I'm producing the 6-inch, but I have different molds that gonna produce the locals as also the 8-inch hollowed block. So this is where now the opportunity presents itself. I said, well, I can get this piece of land to do a factory, and I went and sourced this in China.
See the
And
pan around to the machine.
yes, and I installed it.
You installed it yourself.
Yes.
Wow.
Well,
That's an undertaking. I mean, it looks very complicated, but it looks good.
yes.
I am always fascinated with big, heavy duty machinery
Yes.
that can do mass production. So tell us about this machine.
Okay, so it is the pressure that compact the blocks are of the hydraulic nature, not the motor, but it still uses motors, and it is when in operation 100%. It is fully automated, and it takes the blocks, whatever it feeds, whatever it harvests, it this first part here go down, lift the blocks off, and take it down now for the handlers, the product handlers to take out for curing.
And how many blocks do you produce in, say, a minute, an hour, or a day?
This machine is capable of doing, for the 6-inch hollow, five blocks every 15 seconds.
Every 15 seconds?
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But with any mechanical equipment, you don't want to go to the limit, because then the wear and tear on the machine is gonna take its effect. Yes. Okay. So I'll ramp up slowly, and see what's reasonable in production per day.
What would be a typical maintenance issue on a machine like this?
Well, there are bearings.
Okay. So
there are motors.
Like a car.
Yeah. Well,
it's kind of sort of.
Yes. Then the motors. You have to, if you overload the motor, it can go bad, But if you operate it at certain limit, it will last for a good while. Okay. The bearings and the moving parts, like the vibrating table, those is like you have to make sure that your bolts consistently, checking your bolts are tight, yeah, and so forth.
And the conveyor belt?
The conveyor belt, basically conveyor belt is just the motor. It's just because it's not being overloaded with material to any extent that would wear and tear on the bearings. But yes, and then you have the mixer over there, where the material handlers will put in the right ratio, with cement and water, and feed it on the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt takes it into that funnel, and each time you want a portion of material, there is also another motor on belt that feeds it into a bin that comes over. Right now everything is up, but that yellow thick portion there is separated from the top, bottom and top, and that's the mold for the blocks itself.
Okay, we'll get a closer look a little later on.
Yes.
All right, and so you said you purchased this via China, right? Mm-hmm. And how long did it take for it to get delivered, and what was that experience like?
First of all, I went online, and when I went to the US to send the first payment, it was like nerve-wracking, because they called me. The fraud alert called me from the bank, and was asking me questions.
So you didn't
I did. Yes, I did due diligence. Well, no. The bank, yes, it's not a problem to send money to, but they want to ensure. So we'll move a little.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Yes. So
you're fine.
yes.
I'm the one who needs to move a little bit.
Yeah, that it's going to a legitimate company, and that experience kind of put me in a mood that I'm starting to question whether or not I did due diligence properly. But then after, they let me feel comfortable by communicating with me, giving me factory tours, and during the
Did you physically
present.
go to the
No,
factory? Okay,
no.
They did a Zoom.
Yes, virtual.
Oh, that was nice.
And yes, and the rest is when it arrived. Even when I'm paying money for clearance, I said I'm not gonna feel comfortable until I see this machine.
So you purchased it, you had it sent to the U.S. and then
No, it comes straight here. Yes.
Now, how did it come, in a container? It came
Yes,
they
sent it in a container, because.
What was that experience like when you
Well, that was the easiest part. That was the easiest part, because it went to a custom broker, and he basically went and cleared it and sent a truck with it up to here. Yeah,
Oh,
from
wow.
Timo.
So that's good. So
Yes.
this is good news for others that are interested
Yes.
in coming and wanting to have made big equipment such as this. You know,
Yes.
a lot of people have different ideas.
That's true.
And so your experience is making it so much nicer for them to understand.
Exactly. And even with it, even with my container that came from the US with my personal stuff, that same broker, he took care of it. It makes it the process so easy. And my vehicle, yes, I have a contact, and so far, yes, yes, he's a very nice guy, and he walks you through every little thing, and he takes care of things. In fact, when I went to pick up even my truck, he took it out, have it. You know, all I had to do is just collect the documents for it.
Wow, that's fantastic. So you brought the truck from the U.S. as well?
Yes. Yeah. So basically now what I'm trying to do is to ramp up production slowly, and to have blocks on the ground, so that when I have not started any advertisement or even yeah. So it is like this. So I'm gonna do it slowly to get it right, and so far there are a lot of interest in this factory.
All right, so give us right now, I know the price will probably change as the dollar rate changes. Right now, what are your prices for your 6 and your 8 inch? Is that what you said?
Well, yes. The thing about it, the market for it, I'll use the 6 inch as a yes. The market for semi hollow, not full hollow, is about 7 CDs, 10 CDs.
7 to 10 CDs.
Yes, and figure out 11 CDs to 1 US, and you'll understand.
Correct.
Right. Now, my blocks, I have not arrived at the final, but I will be under that.
You're going to be under?
Yes, I'm going to be under, plus...
Because of the design?
Yes, it uses less material.
Less material.
And, the fact is with good compression, your ratio can be lower and maintain or even better than the market in terms of strength.
Nice.
Yes, as long, in fact, curing is one aspect of it that a lot of people, they like to rush to go get the blocks that it's only 6 days, but a good curing is 2 weeks and more.
10 days.
Yes. So I'm going to be doing that before I start sell, because, the roads are not so beautiful in terms of from moving it from one area from the factory to the site. So a lot of people, they're complaining what I'm going to do different, and that's going to be in the future where I'll have them on a pallet. I have a forklift that will load it on, and the only time that you'll have a lot of labor work is offloading. Yes. So that's the plan. Yes. But, when I'm ready for startup sales, I'll also have an introductory price, which is going to be lower still than the standard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to backtrack a little bit. You said, are you leasing this piece of property, or did you purchase it?
In Ghana, the process of acquiring the acquisition of land here is that non-citizens get 55 years, and citizens get 90.
Get 90.
99?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that's what it is here. It's like you lease the land, but it's basically yours.
Right.
It's
Okay.
yours. Even
Nobody's gonna bother
no,
you.
nobody's gonna take it from you. They can't. In fact, the law now protects you.
Right.
That it's only when you abandon your land,
And they have
that
the
that
right to do something.
yes, because for example, if you should buy a piece of land and have it sit for too long and it grew up and so forth, there's a clause
Yes.
that they can take that land and sell it to someone, but you will still get
Land.
land
It won't be that specific piece.
location.
Right, exactly. I've told my viewers that as well.
Yes.
So I'm glad you reiterate that. So what size plot is this? Is this 2 plots or what?
Four.
This is 4 plots.
Yeah, these are 4 plots.
So this is about an acre.
No,
Less
4
than an acre?
plots. Yes, 4 plots is about a little over half acre.
Little over half acre.
Yeah, but
So
in
what
Ghana,
size are your plots?
80 by 80 per plot, 8 feet now. In Ghana, when you get 4 plots, they call it an acre. But that is when they used to sell plots larger size. And so they kind of have that notion, that thing that say, oh, you're going to get 4 plots, or buy 4 plots, you get an acre. But it's not really an acre.
Sometimes I'll say it's almost an acre. I try to tell people it's almost an acre. It all
Yeah.
depends because some are 100 by 80.
That's different.
120 by 80.
Yes.
And all that.
So this one is 80 by 80.
All 4 was 80 by 80.
Yes. So you're talking about 160 by 160. Yes. So those sort of information really need to be clear,
Right.
by content creators, because if we follow what the Ghanaians are saying, we can mislead based on what we experience or our experience. So it's the measurement, and then you work out how much square feet is really an acre. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
but this is 4 plots, and this area, just a plug for Agendum, there are residential plots available and commercial plots also.
Was not too many
And it's a
commercial
nice
because I
place.
was
Yeah,
trying
not
to-
too many.
Yeah, they're trying to minimize the commercial
Because you see,
spots.
based on what I glean, is that the chief wants to structure this place to be a first class area, residential with commercial, and not just any little shack can be constructed here.
Right.
Credit to him for that.
Yeah, it has to make sense.
Yes, it makes a lot of
And
sense.
I can understand that.
Yes.
Keep it clean.
Yes.
Because if you have too many of certain things, you can have an overwhelming amount with the traffic, the trucks. It kind of depletes
Yes.
the area. So I get it. I understand he wants to keep it mostly 90% residential and then possibly 10% commercial.
Right.
And I can appreciate that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, who wants to be disturbed?
No,
all day
no.
long? No,
I
absolutely
know
not.
there are a lot of other side
Yeah.
issues that are creating, havoc, like the roads and so forth. But I can work with the roads and other things to have this peace of mind living here. Yes.
Well, so I am very happy that you decided to sit with me and to discuss your business. And we're going to do like a quick little walk around
Okay.
so that the viewers get a chance to see what you've done.
Okay.
And I hope it will inspire
Yes.
others to come
Yes.
and want to do business here in Ghana. They just need to just stand firm, plant their feet.
Yes, and come and experience the feel of what a business would be like here in Ghana before you even start saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do restaurant, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you know. It is very important, you know, to come on the ground and see for yourself. Even with purchasing land, well, you know, for here, I can have my friends and, you know, get lands for them and know that, hey, they want to be on a hill, they don't want any waterlogged area, they don't want to go through any, you know, of this, you know, kind of problems other people had faced. But so I can do that, you know, but I have to, you know, give credit for you guys, content creators, YouTubers who are informing the public. And, you know, it is good to go out in the community and see what's going on, like what you're doing now. And credit to you, Audrey. Yes. I hope that your channel will move, you know. In fact, I'll get your link and share it with my Facebook guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
All right. So let's do a quick test.
Yes.
Let's see. I hope you guys are okay. I know this is a long video, but bear with us.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure I get as much information as possible here so you guys can see. And yeah.
Right. So this is where our material handling is, the stone dust. One nice thing about Ghana and their stone is all granite you're getting. And I said, man, you can't get better. You know, all granite. You know, you can actually see the on the top of the peak. It's glistening, shining. Yes.
That's good stuff.
Yes.
And then you have your water spout here.
Yes, and right, and make things. I'm trying to make things easy rather than. Yes.
For your water? Okay.
Yes, the borehole is to the front of the
got it.
place. That's a storage for cement and other things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Conveyor belt.
Yes.
And then let's take around to the back side of the machine there.
Okay, so this is actually the front. This is the stacker, the block, the pallet stacker. It can take the pallets with the blocks. That's an example of a
So
pallet
the
with
whole sheet that the blocks are sitting on
yes,
is considered a pallet
pallet.
stacker.
Yeah, well, a pallet.
A pallet, sorry.
Yeah, and that's the stacker. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know, one of the thing about curing, you don't want your moisture to leave the block too fast because it will crack. So putting it under the shade is a good thing.
For how long?
Well, for a day.
For at least a day.
That day, yeah, 24.
And then after that, they take it outside?
Yes, yes. In fact, I let it stay overnight.
Right.
Then these are the trolleys that takes them out to the first. Yeah.
So who operates this machine? Do you operate it or you've trained?
I have
your staff?
I have a young lady who operates this, and she showed a lot of interest, you know, and I said, okay, come on board. You know, this is a hydraulic station, and there are certain movements of items that uses the hydraulic, and then there are some that uses the motor, but the compression is the hydraulic. No, I based on my air conditioned experience, I set up this little mini tower.
Oh, for a mist.
No, actually, it's to cool. There's a heat exchanger there to cool the hydraulic oil. Yes.
How cool is that?
So it circulates. There's a circulating pump, and the water comes in through this pipe that's there, and there's air that passes through that cools the water before it gets back in. So
That's awesome.
yes,
Experience is key.
yes, and then the pallets are kept in this area, and periodically the operators, they'll ensure that there are adequate pallets in there for this.
How many pallets is in this tray?
You know what?
Probably about 6 or
Maybe
7?
or 7.
Okay.
I never really take a count, but I have 300 pallets. You know, yes. And this structure, I have my my bathroom here for workers and guests. You know,
For the staff.
and it's still working in progress. We have not painted as yet,
Right.
but
Well, at least
it's in the,
have somewhere they can use for right now.
yes.
I think this is wonderful. I really enjoy
Right.
being here and sharing all that you have done and what you have here. I think this is a beautiful thing.
Yes. Thank you. And I store a little storeroom stuff that stuff that I brought.
I kind
From
of wish I had brought
back
my
home.
tools as well. I had gotten rid of them,
Yes.
but now, like even at home, sometimes you just need your hand tools.
And Esther.
Hi, Esther.
Esther is on lunchtime. She's the operator.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot, Esther. Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Yeah, she's the
Oh,
operator.
wonderful. I'm good, thank you. We just wanted to show your beautiful face and to introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Esther Jakuma.
And you're the operator of the equipment, I hear.
Yes, please.
Nice. Is this your first time operating something like that massive?
No,
Oh, you've done this before.
I've not done it before, but it was the first day I easily catch up with it, and it was nice. Very nice.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, we are happy that you are here and working and doing a good job.
Rose
Thank you.
Erskine.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Kwame, introduce yourself. This is wife and husband working.
Rose, stop right there, sweetheart. And Rose, what do you do here?
I work here.
I know you work here.
Now look at Rose's muscles.
know, Rose-
She says she's strong, so I said,
Strong woman. Using the shield.
You're using
Yeah.
the shield, so you're a strong woman.
yes.
Thank you, Rose. And
Ers-
sir, you are? What's your name?
Eskin.
Eskin.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're part of the mixing.
Yeah.
Nice. And you are?
That's it.
Benton.
Bento. Wonderful.
Otherwise called Kwame.
Oh, okay, wonderful. So this is the team
Yes.
behind all that massive work that you guys have produced.
Yes.
You did such a good job. Thank you so much for this impromptu.
Yeah,
I
we'll
know
get
you're
bigger
eating.
as we ramp up production. Yes.
Yes, I know you're eating, and I appreciate you making the time. So thank you. Your work is being recognized. Thank you.
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
guys. So
So
we're gonna wrap up. As you can see, all the way over there. This is Addendum. They still got lots of land for you guys.
oh yes,
Is
they,
there?
they have a lot.
Right, so
They have a
call
lot.
me. I am happy to help you to be able to gain 1 or 2, however many plots that you would be interested in purchasing. But I want to thank you. I know this was one of my longest videos, but I want to thank you guys for making the time to watch it. I felt it was necessary to show you a diasporan that has been working very hard and doing something that he probably didn't even think he would be doing.
That's true.
Here
That's
he is,
true.
and he's doing it.
Yes.
And so opportunities are here.
Yes.
So reach out. We can talk. We can discuss finding you guys commercial spaces, whatever it is that you need. But just reach out, okay? And ask the questions, and we're here to help. All right. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, and continue to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate all of you.